Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of Real Life Fishing. And in this episode, I just wanted to go over some improvements that I've made to the shop to help make lure production a little bit easier, as well as talk about some upcoming projects that I've got in the works here for you. But before I get started on that, quite frequently here you guys see me with a glass of bourbon in my videos, unless there's power tools or if I'm driving the boat, right? Safety first, boys and girls. This is no power tools, no driving. Anyway, tonight we've got Rare Breed by Wild Turkey. Excellent. But that's not the reason that I bring that up. Tonight, a good friend of mine, Scott from Thankful Outdoors, stopped by. If you've been watching the videos, you've probably seen he and I go out and do the scented versus unscented bait challenges and so forth. And he stopped by, and for Christmas, he got me this glass. I'm not sure if you can see this in the video here. I hope it shows up, but got my initials on it. It says 2020 and Real Life Fishing engraved into the glass. So I've got a special bourbon glass that I'll be using for all these episodes from now on. So thank you, Scott. And you guys, if you've not checked him out yet, he's still working on getting his YouTube content up and going, but you can check him out at Thankful Outdoors. Follow him on Facebook or Instagram at Thankful Outdoors. And he writes an outdoor blog, publishes pretty regularly, once or twice a week, about his experiences with the outdoors and exactly how much the outdoors really means to him. So check it out, give it a read. I think you guys will like it. But so what projects do we have coming up? What kind of fun, exciting stuff? For you lucky bastards that live where the water isn't frozen this time of year, I do have some content coming for you. Cabela's had Helix 7 Gen 2N for network units on clearance. I've been hunting high and low to find one of those exact units because everything else in my boat is all Gen 2, so I don't want to have to worry about what I can share, what I can't share, and different versions of software and menus and so forth and so on and everything else, right? So, but it had to be a 7. And the reason that it had to be a 7 is because I am going to mount that flush mount in my dash on the boat. Why am I going to do that now, right? Why do I need another graph on the boat? Well, because I am going to set up an NMEA 2K network so that I can get engine data displayed on that graph. So I'm going to rip out the dash panel that's in there, and I'm going to replace that. I need to pull that panel, pull all the gauges, and then I'm going to use that panel as a plug to make a mold of that dash panel. And then I'm going to create a new panel out of fiberglass and then cut that out with the template for that Helix, mount that Helix unit in there, and then connect that up to the engine as well as to the fuel sender so that I can get RPM, water temperature, water pressure, hours, fuel consumption, fuel remaining in the tank, all that kind of stuff. That'll all be displayed on that graph, along with a bunch of other stuff as well. But I haven't memorized the complete list yet, but rest assured that when I do that, the video will show you guys all about it. And I'll also show you guys how to put together an NMEA 2K network. Because if you're anything like me, it probably sounds slightly confusing. So I spent hours and hours and hours and hours of research to figure out exactly what I needed to assemble that. And so I will happily explain all of that to you guys so that you can save yourselves the headache and learn how to do it by watching my videos. So we've got that coming up. Look forward to that. I can't wait to do that. We'll probably break that into a couple of different segments, right? Doing the fiberglassing for the dash and so forth and so on. But that'll be coming up a little bit down the road. It's in the single digits here now in Wisconsin, and it's only going to get colder. So my boat lives in my garage, and the garage is not insulated. So I probably won't be doing that stuff until, late February, early March, somewhere in there. But rest assured that that content is coming. And when all the parts show up, I will go through and do an unboxing and show you guys what everything is, and we'll have a discussion about NMEA 2K. But, so, shop upgrades. If you guys haven't seen it yet, I'll throw a link up in the cards here, but you can check out the action from the lures that I'm going to be building now. got everything all completely nailed down. I'm happy with the action, happy with the lure, happy with the parts I'm using, everything. It's going great, but I'm getting ready to ramp up and try and make production of these things a little bit easier, since I want to be knocking them out more than, just a handful at a time, which worked fine for, testing and prototyping and stuff. But, now that I've got everything kind of nailed down, I want to be able to speed up the process a little bit. So I picked up a couple things to make life easier and just kind of restock the shop. So picked up a few more paints, restocked some colors that I've been using pretty frequently. Got some more airbrush cleaner, right? So I'm just using 5618 airbrush cleaner from Createx, and then some 4011 reducer as well. And I picked up a second airbrush as well. So this is my original airbrush here. This is an Iwata Eclipse HPCS with the 0.35 millimeter needle, which is how they come by default. You buy one, that's what you get. I was having a little bit of trouble with this one, spraying some of the pearls and iridescents and metallics, because those particles would you really got to have the air wide open to blow some of those through that real small opening there. And so you lose a little bit of control, or at least I do anyway. So to make that a little bit easier, I picked up another one of the same, Iwata Eclipse HPCS. Only this one, I replaced the needle and the nozzle and the cup with a 0.5 millimeter. So that'll allow me to spray those larger particles at a lower PSI with that larger opening there. So that should make life a little bit easier there. The other thing that this gun does well is this gun also covers larger areas more quickly. So this will allow me to shoot base coats on the baits a lot more quickly and easily. But then I can also leave a color in here and shoot a separate color here and go back and forth between the two, right? So like on the last bait that I made, I don't know if you guys watched that time-lapse bait painting episode, but in there I shot black and then I edited out that I cleaned the gun, but then I shot blue, then edited out that I cleaned the gun, and then I shot black again, right? So I had to clean the gun twice for that. Well, 3 times basically, right? I had to clean it after that second shot of black too. So now I can just leave the black in here and have whatever color I need in here. So shoot black, shoot the other color, shoot some more black. So that'll help speed things up a bit. A local guy that builds, I've spoken to him. He's currently got 4 airbrushes, and he's looking at getting more actually. So one other thing that I did, I had an issue a while back where I actually tripped on my airbrush hose and pulled this whole thing off onto the floor. And these spray out pots, you can see this thing is, full of paint and cleaner and all kinds of stuff, right? And the pots are glass. So when I tripped on that hose and pulled this whole thing off, that fell on the floor and shattered. Then I had glass everywhere. I had paint all over the floor, paint all over my pants. It was just a big mess. So I didn't want that to happen anymore. Plus, now I've got 2 brushes, right? So now I picked up a QD disconnect with a air control valve in it, and that's all there is to it. So just like that. Quick, easy. I think this came with one of the QDs. I think it was, I don't know, $15 or something. And then another QD was, I don't know, $4 maybe. So, small investment. But, the other thing as well then is that I got a second moisture trap in this line now. Wasn't quite pleased with, just the one moisture trap. And I don't like that trigger style one. It, just didn't fit my hand right. So I didn't want to use that. Yeah, so we got that stuff. And then the next big thing that I did to make my life easier so that I could stop getting tennis elbow was I got this thing here. This is a Vortex Pro Mixer. What is this and why did I get it? Well, I got tennis elbow from doing this. I didn't want to have to do that anymore, so now I don't. Just like in a lab. Just touch it and it starts spinning and mixes up your paint for you. It's awesome. I got that thing on Amazon. There's all kinds of different brands and models available, and you can pick out whichever one you want. But if you're airbrushing a lot and shaking up a lot of paint, get yourself one of those. Save yourself some headache. Good stuff. So next up, we've got the Dust Deputy here, and this I got for dealing with sawdust in the shop. Obviously, you know, creating wooden baits is creating a lot of sawdust, and that was getting to be a problem. So I got that, and then dust bags in the shop vac, as well as a HEPA filter in the shop vac, and a couple of these larger HEPA air filters in here as well to help clean the particulate out of the air. So another thing that I've got on the way coming in is a planer. My wonderful better half got me that for Christmas, so I'm pretty pleased about that. But that'll allow me to refine some of my work process and keep things a little bit more uniform, as well as speed things along. So I'll be able to make some changes in how I'm sinking holes for eyes and ballast. So that'll be really nice. But yeah, I think that's about all for this episode. Not a whole lot more new going on. I've got 11 baits and sitting here that are in their first coat of prime. So these will be getting their second coat of primer as soon as I finish up this video. I'll shoot the second coat of primer on those, and then I'll go next door into my office and edit this and get it posted up for you guys to watch and enjoy. But yeah, I think that's everything for now. So don't forget, in the future, look forward to unboxing that Helix 7 and all the NMEA 2K components. And we'll do some more videos on painting, of course. And we're also going to have that video coming up on the fiberglass plug and mold, and then of course making that dash panel. So I'll probably actually shoot that over in Scott's garage. He's got a heated garage, so I'll just pull that panel off my boat quick and run that over there, and we'll shoot that over there. But I think that'll about do it for this episode. So thank you for watching, and if you're not subscribed yet, my goal with every video, of course, is to get one new subscriber. So if you're not subscribed yet, do me a favor, be the one, and click over there on the right-hand side of the video. You should see a little icon over there now with my truck with a crooked-ass trailer behind it. I promise I'll tell you the story one day, but you got to keep coming back. You don't know when I'll tell it. And if you liked everything or you learned something, down on the bottom, click the like button. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.